of the tribe of Gad, 12,000. The tribe of Asher received 12,000. The tribe of Naphtali received 12,000. Of Manasseh received 12,000. Of Simeon, 12,000. Of Levi, 12,000. Issachar, 12,000. Tribe of Zebulun, 12,000. Joseph, 12,000. Benjamin, 12,000. That's being done right now. And when that number is reached, there's going to be destruction. What he said. Hurt not the earth. Don't let these things happen till we have sealed it. And once they're sealed, destruction is coming. All right? Chapter 14. Revelation chapter 14. And I looked, and lo, a lamb stood on Mount Zion, and with him 144,000, having the name of his Father written in their foreheads. And I heard a voice from heaven as the voice of many waters, and as the voice of great thunder. And I heard the voice of harpers harping in their harp. And they sang a new song before the throne and before the four beasts and the elders. And no man could learn that song except 144,000, which were redeemed from the earth. These are they which were not defiled with women, for they were virgins. Please don't get confused like some do. The women it's talking about here is the false churches. These were not defiled with the false churches, for they were virgins. These are they which followed the Lamb whithersoever they went. These were redeemed from among men, being the, say it? Come on.
First fruits.
First fruits. They were the first fruits. It's not the same bunch being sealed immediately before destruction, is it? These being the first fruits unto Elohim and to the Lamb, and their mouth was found no guile. For they are without fault. Okay. We know that happened back during the time of Yeshua. Okay? Scripture says that after his resurrection, the graves opened up and people came up out of the graves. Saints came up out of the graves, and some of them were even seen in the city. And Yeshua, fulfilling his place in the feast, took them and presented that first fruits to the Father. And I saw another angel in the midst of heaven, having everlasting good news to preach to them that dwell upon the earth, every nation, kindred, tongue, and people, saying with a loud voice, Fear Elohim, give honor to him, for the hour of his judgment is come. Worship him that made heaven, earth, sea, and fountains of water. In that last 2,000 years, somehow, some way, the gospel has been preached in the world. And that's what we're preaching right now. the next thing to happen. Verse 8. And there followed another angel saying, Babylon is fallen, that great city, because she made all nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. Now, we're always short of time. But if you'll go to Revelation 18 and read it about Babylon, and you can see, if you can see through, you can see who this Babylon the Great is. It's someplace here upon the earth that all of the destruction, all of the devils, all of the false gods brought down from Babylon, through Persia, through Greece, through Rome, through Spain, through all other places have been brought down to. And it says that they are places that are just rich beyond belief. All the people of the world sell their goods there. But they're going to be destroyed in 1 hour. 1 hour. Bang. I believe as soon as this 144,000 are sealed, that it's going to happen. And then, what's next? And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead and his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Elohim, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb, and the smoke of their torment ascendeth up forever and ever. They have no rest day or night who worship in the beast and his image, and whosoever received the mark of his name. Now listen to this. For here is the patience of the saint, and here are they that keep the commandments of Elohim and the faith of Yeshua. Chapter 12 tells us in the last verse that after Satan has tried everything he can to destroy these people who are keeping the commandment and have the testimony of Yeshua, after he's done everything trying to destroy them, he's going to make war on them himself. I don't know what's going to happen to the 144,000 that are here in this nation. Maybe he's going to take us like he did the first. Maybe he's just going to let us die. You know, there was a great king who loved Yahweh, who did all of his commandments, kept all of his commandments. And Yahweh says, I'm not going to let any of this stuff happen during your lifetime. It sounded real good. Yahweh took it. So I don't know. I can't stand here and tell you what I think is going to happen. I just say you better be ready. You better be part of it. You better be ready and you better be part of it. If you haven't taken on the name, you need to do it. And I'm not here trying to scare people. I'm trying to prepare you. Like I said, I know this brother is going to be one that is going to lift up the voice. I know that others are lifting up the voice. And I heard some voice from heaven saying to me, "Blessed are the dead which die in the Master's fortress." Yes, saith the Spirit, they that may rest from their labors, and their works do follow them. And then I looked, and behold, a white cloud, and upon the cloud sat one like unto the Son of Man, having on his head a golden crown, and in his hand a sharp sickle. And another angel came out of the temple, crying with a loud voice to him that sat on the cloud, "Thrust in thy sickle and reap, for the time is come for thee to reap, for the harvest of the earth is ripe." And he that sat on the cloud thrust in his sickle on the earth, and the earth was reaped. You want to be a part of it. That's seed. That's the first resurrection. And then it goes on. And it kind of skips over some things here. It skips over the 1,000 years of peace there, I think. And it comes to the end of the 1,000 years of peace. And another angel came out of the temple which is in heaven. He is also having a sharp sickle. Another angel came out from the altar which had power over fire, and cried with a loud cry to him that had the sharp sickle, saying, "Thrust in thy sharp sickle, and gather the clusters of the vine of the earth, for her grapes are fully ripe." This, I believe, is a resurrection at the time of the white throne judgment. And the angels thrust in the sickle into the earth, and gathered the vine of the earth, and cast it into the great winepress of the wrath of Elohim. And the winepress was trodden without the city, and blood came out of the winepress, even unto the horses' bridle, by the space of 1,600 furlongs. Chapter 14 takes us from the time of Yeshua's resurrection until the very end, if you put it in perspective. Now, I've said all this because look around you. If you can't see how it's coming now, then you're blind.